like Mrs. Lashley said before, and I'm going to do a quick little presentation on the effects of media on multitasking. First off, does anyone here know what that means? You know what that means?
Doing multiple taps at once.
Yeah, I'm going to get more into that. That's a nice job, buddy. Here we go. All right, so what is multitasking? You know, yeah?
No, more, one thing at the same time.
Yeah.
More than one thing at the same time.
It's like doing multiple things at the same time, like more than one, like.
That squid.
Yeah, like the squid, how he's juggling, he's painting, he's writing down something, and he's also reading a book.
Probably.
Yeah, probably homework.
And eating. And
Yeah. All right, so multitasking is the performance of multiple tasks at one time, or also it's doing more than one thing at a time. Okay, so we're going to do a quick multitasking activity to understand what exactly multitasking is. So you guys can all stand up, and then we're going to try this out. We're going to try tapping our head and rubbing our belly at the same time.
That's easy. Yeah.
Yeah, see, it's kind of weird because sometimes you rub your head and rub your belly at the same time. Sometimes you pat both. Sometimes you forget to do one of the things. Has everyone gotten it?
I just do this.
Yeah.
I do this. It's easier. Like a monkey. This
Yeah.
is easy. I'm a monkey.
All right, so everybody gets what it is, kind of? Like you're doing this, you're patting with your hand, and you're rubbing your belly with your other hand. You're doing two different things. All right, so when you're ready, you can go ahead and sit down. Sit back down. We'll get back to the rest of the presentation. You like that? Yeah, it's fun. All right, so does anyone know what media is? All right. Not really, kind of. Does anyone else? No one knows what media is? All right, yes.
Is it social media?
Kind of, yeah. That's kind of like the right thing. It's here. It's any sorts of new information that we get. Like not from like a teacher necessarily. It's more like, does anyone know like where else we could get media? Yeah. Yeah, like from a computer or oops. Yeah?
The TV, or maybe the newspaper or TV.
Yeah, newspaper or TV, yeah.
Xbox.
From a what?
Yeah.
Yeah, museum, kind of. Yeah?
Yeah, you can learn stuff there. From maybe from
Okay. Yeah?
From a book.
Yeah, from a book. You wanna go? Yeah, learning kind of. Yeah?
Television.
Yeah, television, and I'll show you some more examples, like a
Yeah, you're
computer,
right.
like we said, a cell phone. A lot of us have cell phones, you know, you can go online and stuff, learn new
And do
things,
smart stuff.
and do smart stuff, tablets too, and newspapers, like I said, like a book. It doesn't have to be necessarily electronic, it can be like a book or anything, you know? It can be old school.
Oh, you can find this on an article. Look at the computer. It has like no space.
Yeah, here we go. So what is multimedia multitasking? Or media multitasking, yeah?
So, me or
Either one of you.
what? Since you just explained them and told us what it is, kind of walking it means you're learning stuff and doing like a multi.
Yeah, that's really good, yeah?
It's kind of basically like both of the media and emotion. And when the media is like when you get news, so and then multitasking is when you do one thing, more than one thing. So if you put those together, they probably mean the same thing.
Yeah, here we go. It's multitasking with two or more types of media. So it means you're doing two or more things, but you're reading a book and you're listening to music or something. Music's also a form of media, you know. So it's like going on your computer and watching TV at the same time. Yeah. Okay.
Oh my god!
So the effects of media. We're going to ask is how the media affects your ability to multitask. So it's almost like asking, can you listen to music and watch TV at the same time? How does
Do a
that affect?
calculator?
Huh?
Do a calculator?
Yeah, like you could do a calculator. Well, not so much a calculator. That's not so much media.
Yes.
And he's got like a phone. He's got a computer and like a book. Oh, probably.
Yes.
But all right, guys. So yeah, we're gonna get back on track. So we're gonna see how the media, like if we do two or more things with the media, how it affects how it affects us with our friends, and how it affects us like our performance-wise, how we do. So we're gonna go ahead. So we're gonna take a. So how well can you guys multitask? Do any of you have an idea? Are you? Yeah? Or do you all just want to say it at the same time?
Same time.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Pretty good. Riding a bike. Doing a hobby. Riding a bike.
All right.
Riding a hobby.
Yeah. All right. Okay, guys. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna play a quick game.
Yes.
We're gonna play a quick game to test our ability to multitask.
Wait.
Oh.
No, not our computers yet.
No, we're not gonna go on the computers yet. Okay. So this is from the New York Times. Has anyone heard of the New York Times?
No.
No. It's like a big newspaper, pretty much in New York.
Yeah.
They're really famous. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna look at these squares or these rectangles, and you're gonna focus on the red ones. Do you see that? And don't try to not pay attention to the blue ones. And what they're gonna flash like this, and then you have to tell me if the red ones turn.
They do.
They do. Okay, but we're gonna do this later, right? So are we all ready to start the test?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Hold on.
Turn.
Did they turn?
Yeah.
You think they turned?
Yeah.
All right,
They do, because I saw one turn.
there we go.
Yeah.
They turned again? Okay. Who raises your hand? Okay, we're gonna vote. Who raises your hand for no? Who says no? Oh, okay, that's the most of the people. All right.
Yeah.
We're gonna go ahead and say no this time.
Because it was straight. Yes.
Did they rotate?
No.
So let's take another vote. Who says yes? Okay, I think that's most people. Yes, we're gonna go ahead and say yes.
Because it was like this. Because it was straight. It was straight and then it moved. Yeah. Straight and then come on.
All right, let's. It's not working.
Maybe
There we go. Who says okay? Who says no? Okay, so yeah, that everybody says no on that one. That one, yeah, that one. Okay, I don't think I need to take a vote for that.
It did this. It was kind of like this.
Oh, did everyone see that?
I didn't even see. No.
Oh,
I didn't get it.
I don't know if we can redo it.
No.
For those who saw it, who says yes?
I have to say.
Who says no? Okay, everyone says no. They did?
No, it moved. No, because it was like that, and then it was like.
Okay, so who says they did move? Okay, that's almost everyone.
That it moved. It was like. It moved. It was like.
Okay, who says no? Who says no? Who says they did move? Okay, everyone. They did. They moved.
It wasn't the same.
They
Yeah.
moved? Okay.
Yes.
They moved.
No.
Okay, who says no?
It was like this and then this and then this and it was the same.
Who says no? Everyone raise your hands. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, who says yes, they did move? Okay, that's more than 7.
Oh, I know.
All right.
I meant the same. You meant the same. No.
Yeah.
They look the same.
Who
They
says?
stayed the same.
All right, who says they did move? Yes, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Who says no, they didn't move? Okay, so yeah, we're gonna go ahead and say no.
No.
Okay, we're gonna ask again. We're gonna vote again. Okay. Who says yes? They moved. Okay. One. Raise your hands nice and high so I know who's voting for what. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Who says no? They didn't move. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, yeah, that's more. Wait, that was no? They didn't move.
A tie. That was a tie. No. It wasn't a tie.
I'm gonna go ahead and say no.
Yeah. No, they didn't. They did.
No. Okay, so who says yes? Who says no? Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Who says yes? They moved. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so yes, they moved.
Yeah! Only the blue ones move, not the
Okay,
red.
okay.
Only the blue ones move because
Okay.
ones are straight.
Who said? Okay, who says they did move? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, who says the other one?
Didn't.
No, they didn't move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and say they did move.
Yeah. Almost a tie. No.
Okay.
No.
No, those didn't move?
No.
Okay, that's what I'm hearing from everyone.
It didn't move at all. It didn't
No?
move. No, it didn't move.
Okay, let's take another vote. Who says yes, they did move? Okay, who says no, they didn't? Okay, we got more
We win.
no's than yeses that time.
It was no. No. They didn't just.
Okay, who says yes, they did move? Okay, we got 2. Who says no? Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and say no. They moved? Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and say yeah. I'm not hearing any no's.
No.
Does anyone think they did move?
No. Yes. Didn't.
Who says they did move? Okay, 1? Okay, I think the rest of us are saying no. We're gonna go ahead and say no. Sorry.
I didn't see it. What?
Okay, for the people who saw it, who says it moved? Okay, 1. Who says it didn't move? Okay, that's most people. We're asking if they turned. Remember, not where they moved. They turned? Who says yes, they turned? 1. Who says no, they didn't turn? Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and say no. So no? Does anyone say yes? 2 people. Everyone says no. Who says no? All right, we're gonna go ahead and say no again. Are you guys ready for the next one? Okay, who says no, they didn't move? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, everyone raise your hands up high so I know who's voting for what. Yes or no? This is for no. Who says they did not move? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Who says yes, they did move? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and say no, they did not move. They didn't move? Who says they did move? 1, 2, 3. Who said 4, 5? Who says they didn't or did not? Okay, so we're gonna- they did not move.
No is winning. No. It didn't move the screen. It didn't pop. It didn't go to another screen. It didn't
Okay, so who says they did move? Yes, they moved.
1.
1, 2, 3. Okay, who says no, they did not? Okay, the rest. So we're gonna go ahead and say no. Who says yes, they moved? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right. Who says no, they did not move? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we're gonna go say
Yes.
yes, they moved. Who says yes? Who says yes? They moved. Okay, I think that's the most. Who says no? Okay, yeah, it was a yes. Are you guys ready for the next one? This is gonna be the last one, okay? Oh wait, no, that was the end of it. Sorry, that was the last one. Okay, so this is a graph over here. The red is how you guys did, and the red. This is when you had 2 blue rectangles, and this is when you had 6 blue rectangles. Every time you notice you had 2 red rectangles, right? But sometimes there was 2 blue ones, and sometimes there was 6 blue ones. So this shows you how you did to a big giant survey that was done to a bunch of people. So yeah, you scored just about the same, this one, as the darker gray one is low multitaskers and the lighter gray is high multitaskers. So you just got just about the same as most people did with, when there were 2 blue squares, rectangles, right? But here it shows you did just about the same as low multitaskers over here with 6 blue rectangles. And you did a lot better than when, people who said they were high multitaskers. It's interesting, huh? Alright, so we're going to go back here. How do you think you did compared to what you thought you were going to do before? Did you think you were going to do better, same, or worse?
Better.
You think you were going to do the same?
Better.
Okay, so who says they think they did better? Okay, who thinks they did the same? Who thinks they did worse than what they thought?
Better.
Alright. Nice. That's cool. Something to think about, huh? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and move on. So how does multitasking work?
There's a video.
Yeah, we'll get to that. So normally, it turns out that our brains, when we're multitasking, we're doing all these things. Hold on, I'll get to you soon, alright? Our brains like to switch. They like to do one thing and then another thing. So if you're like going on the computer and watching TV, your brain likes to go on the computer for a while and then watch TV for a little while. And then go on the computer and watch TV, instead of do both at the same time. So we're going to go ahead and watch this video. Oh yeah, you had it.
Watch this video to learn more about multitasking.
Yep, yeah. So we're going to go ahead and watch a video and learn more. She explains that a lot. She explains more into multitasking, yeah?
Isn't technically multitasking, where if you're not doing multitasking, you're technically always doing multitasking.
In a way.
Yeah, because your brain is always have more than 2 parts of it working.
Yeah, like you're seeing and you're listening at the same time. Yeah. She'll go more into that, alright?
Yeah.
So we're going to go ahead and watch this video.
Yay! Oh, it's on you. Yes.
Alright, make sure you're listening. Can you hear?
No.
No? Okay, hold on.
Oh, there's a dog.
Hold on, let's see if I can turn this up.
There's a little knob on the side.
Oh. I did that.
Multitasking.
Okay, guys, you have to be
But
quiet to
research
listen,
keeps
alright?
telling us that most people can't perform 2 or more attention-demanding tasks at the same time without doing one of those tasks badly. And instead of truly multitasking, we often just switch between 2 or more tasks rapidly, which is known as task switching. Research suggests there's a switch cost. People tend to slow down when moving from one task to another due to the time it takes the brain to realign to the new task. Scientists and the media also point to anecdotal evidence. If we're walking, we slow down when we look at our phones. If we're driving, we turn down the radio when we're looking for our turn. And if we're typing an email, we often lose track of what we're saying on the phone. It's often claimed that we can't multitask unless the actions or processes are so automatic to us that they don't require any thought, like tying a shoelace while talking about the weather. Unless, that is, you're a supertasker. They're people who can actually multitask. They can perform tasks at the same time and do them well. Take Lauren Moore, who holds the record for the fastest time to say the first 100 digits of pi while twisting a Rubik's Cube and balancing 15 books on her head. On YouTube, she just goes by books on my head. Or David Babcock's record for knitting the longest scarf while running. They're pros at doing somewhat odd things simultaneously. Supertaskers seem to have the perfect mix of attention, memory, and concentration. And in a 2010 study, researchers found that 2.5% of their participants were supertaskers. On a larger scale, that could be quite a lot of people, or quite a lot of you. The dual task NBAC is a task some studies have used to measure supertasking ability, and I want you guys to try it. In the task, you have to keep track of the changing positions of a blue square, and at the same time, listen to a stream of letters played over headphones. Then you have to indicate when the square's position matches the position it was in 3 goes earlier, or when the letter matches the letter that was spoken 3 times earlier. So in this case, try clicking or tapping on this video when you see the blue square appear in the same spot as it was 3 turns earlier, or when you hear the same letter said as it was 3 turns earlier.
Okay, so do you want me to explain what she's saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it's too loud? Does anyone else think it's too loud?
Yeah.
Can you guys hear back there? I'll turn it down a little bit.
It's hurting. It's making my ears.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. So did you see how earlier she was having blue squares pop up all over this?
Yeah.
So she was saying she wants you to pause the video whenever, like the 3rd time it goes back. So if it was here, and then it moves here, and and then there. So let's see, it was 1, 2, 3. It would want you to pause. Or it could be 1, 2. It would be 1, 2, 3, or anything like that. It has to go back to the same starting place. So, and then she's also they also want you to see if she's going to say some letters, and then you have to pay attention with your ears. If she says A, B, C, A, then you want to pause it too. It's the same thing. A, and then it goes to B is 1, C is 2, D is 3, and then back to A. Or, yeah. I think.
D is 4.
Oh yeah, D is 4. So it would be B is 1, C is 2, A is back to 3. You know, so they're looking to see if the letters repeat. So are you guys ready? I'll turn it down a little bit. There. Okay, so are you guys ready?
Yes.
Leah, ready?
Okay, that's perfect.
A,
Pause it.
C, T, V,
Pause it.
B,
Okay, so right there.
T,
T.
J.
So you were thinking those
You
two
should have
times?
paused this video twice. And that's a tiny taste of what the NBAC
So here's
is
the rest of the
like.
video.
It was immediately obvious to me that I'm not a supertasker because my brain can't even. And supertasking aside, lots of studies have found evidence that groups of people can multitask. In one, elderly adults were asked to cycle on a stationary bike while completing increasingly difficult tasks, like repeating a list of numbers in reverse order. Completing those cognitive tasks actually resulted in the participants cycling faster than when they weren't multitasking. Another study found when participants were given 2 letter-matching tasks at the same time, each hemisphere of the medial frontal cortex processed one of those tasks independently of the other. But when a 3rd task was added, participants behaved almost as if they forgot one of the 3 tasks, and they performed much worse overall. The thing is, we can't definitively say that people can or can't multitask. Multitasking is an ability. There's a spectrum from people who are better at single tasks to task switchers to great supertaskers. If you try and do multiple challenging things all at once, yes, you'll probably do worse in all of them. But if you focus on learning a process inside and out, you could probably do it while you do something else. Remember David Babcock? He took up running and knitting at about the same time. So we had lots of practice doing them and doing them together. So how many things can you do at once? And one more thing, guys, I have an announcement which is in the form of a person. This
There we go. Oh, yeah, probably. Okay, so we're going to go back to here.
I'm a super
Okay. So do you guys remember that video? We're going to talk about the impact of media and media multitasking, alright? So media multitasking actually affects more than you would think. Like, it affects teenagers' efficiency, like young people. What I'm more looking towards is more people. That's like what we're looking towards more in this presentation, like teenagers and younger, basically. So like even teenagers, it affects their efficiency and like their social standing. So what that means, basically, it means how well they can go ahead and like work on certain things. Like when they're working on two things, it like if they do it faster or if they do it worse. You know, if they complete their task faster or if they complete their task slower. So if you think a teenager was doing two or more things at the same time, do you think they'd be faster or slower? Faster? Alright, we're going to go ahead and get into that later. But also, it also affects their social standing, which is like how they get along with their friends from school and like other people their age. You know, how they get along with other people. So, and there's even more things that it can affect, but we're not going to be able to have time to get into that today. It's almost like dominoes. It affects so many things. You know, just tipping over one domino tips over all these things. Affects all these things. But yeah, it doesn't necessarily have to correlate, so that's why it can split off sometimes. Okay, so do you think multitasking is efficient? Do you think it makes you faster and like more productive? Yeah? So according to some studies, it's shown that young people on average, they cram 8.5 hours of media into only 6.5 hours. So what this means is, you know, teenagers and stuff, they're on the computer all the time. They're on it for 6.5 hours, but like for 2 of those hours, they're also doing 2 things at the same time. So that's why they're able to cram so much of that stuff in there. It's like a suitcase. When you have a suitcase that's too full and you know you just have too much clothes in it, you're trying to cram all this stuff in, but it won't really fit. You have to like, you know, you sit on it, you try and close it any way you can. You try your hardest, but it's just kind of like too full, you know? Yeah, you try to break. Yeah, you gotta like take some clothes out or something. So we're going to go ahead and go again. Multitasking efficiency. Multitasking efficiency. So according to some studies, research has shown that when teenagers are media multitasking, they're actually less efficient than doing one thing at a time. So when they're on their computer and, say, reading a book, they're actually slower and less efficient. It takes them longer than if they were just to do their computer thing and then read the book. It slows them down, actually. But this is in most cases, like those supertaskers like we saw in the video, they can do those things, but that's only 2% of the people. So out of 100 people, if you take 100 people, only 2 would be able to do that. Alright? And also, it kind of shows, like how we saw in the video, when we're walking and on our phone, we like slow down. Do you remember that? Or if we're, you know, yeah. You're focusing too much on it.
Okay, baby, we'll worry about it. We'll worry about it.
Alright, so we're going to go ahead and move on again. A study conducted in 2005, it was on people in their teens and under, so they were like teenagers and younger. It concluded that brain can only process so much at a time. So that means there's limits to what our brain can do, you know? Like it can't do so many things. Like about like what he was saying earlier, we can talk and we can listen and we can see, but that's about all we can do at the same time. And breathe, you know, like our same things, but you know, we can't do too much.
Or move.
We can't, yeah. We can't be on our computer listening to headphones, watching TV, you know, being on our phone. We can't do all that at the same time. Our brains don't work that
Maybe
way.
you can. Because
Well, I
you
mean-
put headphones on, plug in your computer, and then
Mhm.
watch TV while you're doing it.
You could, but you won't. You're not paying all of your attention. You're not focusing on one thing. Like you'll probably cancel out the headphones. Is what will happen probably. Or you probably won't be paying attention to your phone or one of the other things. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and move on. Okay. So we, the same study also showed that people's performance decreased when they had 2 or more things to work on. Yeah. So the same study that we were just talking about said that teenagers